If you're experiencing back pain or discomfort around the hips and back area, and you wish you could just feel better and be more comfortable, enjoy your pregnancy more, today I am going to show you how you can relieve that pain so much or even get rid of it with a few exercises and stretches. Hi guys, I'm Michelle Marie, and I've been helping moms have healthy and fit pregnancies for over 20 years. I have helped over 250,000 women have healthy and fit pregnancies. And I am so excited to help you today by sharing some tips and strategies and hacks to help you have a better pregnancy. And today we're talking about how we can actually prevent back pain and also get rid of it if you're experiencing it. So I'm so excited about today because I know that so many of you suffer from back pain during pregnancy. So let's dive in. And make sure to stay until the end because I'm going to show you one thing that is going to literally be a game changer for you if you are experiencing lower back pain, upper back pain, mid pain, hip pain. This one thing, I don't know. You're not even going to believe how much relief you feel. And this is whether you're pregnant or not pregnant, specifically for you right now because you're pregnant, and I know a lot of you are suffering from back pain, but you are going to feel so much relief. I literally would get up in the middle of the night when I was pregnant, and I would do this, and because I couldn't sleep, and I would do this, and I would be able to go back to sleep pain-free. So make sure you stay until the end because I'm going to talk about it then. Okay, so first of all, I want to just make sure that you know that pregnancy is a beautiful and amazing thing. It should be a great experience. It is a gift from God, a blessing. And I want to make sure that you are able to enjoy it to the potential, to the biggest potential possible. And so I know that a lot of us suffer from pain and aches and discomfort during pregnancy. So specifically today, we are going to talk about back pain. And one of the main causes of back pain is postural changes or because our body is growing and changing so much. Our center of gravity is different. And so your body has to overcompensate for muscles that are weakening and muscles that are tightening. Right now, your body, because of your belly, is pulling you forward, and the further along you go in pregnancy, as your belly grows, as the baby grows, and your body wants to go forward, all of the muscles in your back have to work extra hard to keep you stabilized and balanced. And so also another reason why lower back pain and pains and discomforts happen during pregnancy is also because muscles weaken. And so strengthening the body during pregnancy is huge, and really, really, really helps with reducing aches and pains. I have so many ladies in my Fit Mom to Be workout program, and one of the first things they say within like 2-3 weeks of them working out consistently is like, oh my gosh, I used to have so many aches and pains and I don't anymore. And that's actually something that I was able to see for myself because my second pregnancy, I was diagnosed with placenta previa at about 20 weeks or so. And so I was on bed rest. I was on bed rest for about 3 or 4 months. And during that time, I couldn't exercise. I worked out up until that point, then had to be on bed rest, did not work out at all, was super sedentary. And oh my gosh, can I tell you that I was so achy, had so many pains. My back hurt, my hips hurt, like everything hurt. I was so uncomfortable all the time. But I was lucky and blessed enough that the placenta was able to move up. It resolved itself, and I was taken out of bed rest at, I want to say 32 weeks or something like that. And I was able to exercise again. And literally within 2 weeks of working out, I was a completely different person. No more aches and pains, no more discomfort. So I not only know this from studying it and from seeing it on thousands and thousands of women, but I've experienced it myself. And one of the other main reasons why you or we suffer from back pain during pregnancy is hormonal changes. So during pregnancy, a hormone called relaxin is elevated in the body a ton because it helps the hips and the pelvis move. It kind of relaxes the ligaments and joints so that the pelvis can open up for labor. And when that happens, muscles tighten, they stretch, it moves your pelvis out of alignment, and that's when pain happens. But pain isn't normal. Pain is something, it's like a red light that something is off, something is wrong. And the good news is that you don't have to just suffer through the rest of your pregnancy with back pain. There are definitely things that you can do, and that's what I want to talk about today. And while I'm going to share some exercises that are going to really relieve the pain, some exercise that could strengthen your body to help balance it so that you don't get any more pain or to reduce the pain, and also stretches that are going to make you feel so much better. If you are having a lot of really uncomfortable pain in your pelvic area, in your hips, in your back, there are doctors that you can see that can really help you. You can see physical therapists. There are chiropractors that are great. There are some chiropractors that actually specialize in pregnant women. So ask around, ask your friends, ask your community if you're in super huge discomfort, and try to find a chiropractor, even acupuncturist, because you could also see a ton of relief with doctors. Now, I did tell you that what I'm going to show you today is mostly exercises and stretches that are going to help relieve that pain. But I also want you to know that research says that one of the biggest things that could make pain worse is being immobilizing. So if you already have back pain and you are like lying down, legs up, and like not moving, you're actually going to make it worse. Research says that mobility, movement, helps relieve the pain. So I am super excited that you clicked on this video because I really feel like these exercises and these stretches are going to be a game changer for you. They're going to help relieve the pain. If you don't have pain and you're watching this, and you're watching this because you want to prevent the pain or know why the pain actually happens, I'm excited for you to start strengthening your body, to start working out now before your belly grows, before your body continues to change, before all of these hormonal changes continue, because then you're going to really strengthen and prepare your body to deal with that kind of pain and discomfort so much more. My first pregnancy, I was able to work out the whole pregnancy, and I don't ever remember being in pain, being uncomfortable, being achy, never. So it works. Okay, so before I actually get on the floor and start showing you some of these exercises, I want to talk about preventing, right? Preventing and strengthening your body, because like I said, movement is really amazing for pregnancy, for pain, for discomfort, for strengthening the body. But weight training specifically is so good for strengthening your body and for preventing pain and discomfort, especially in the hips and back area, and also relieving it. So if you are not currently doing any kind of weight training, I really want to encourage you to try it, because not only is it going to strengthen your body, which will help prep you for labor. One of the best testimonials I get, like on a daily basis, is women who are like in their second, third, fourth pregnancy and are having like 50, 60, 70, 80% faster labors because they worked out during pregnancy, because they did my Fit Mom to Be pregnancy workout program, which is weight training based. So it has a huge impact on labor, also on recovery, also huge impact on weight gain. So weight training is amazing for that. But since we were talking about pain and discomfort, weight training is really, if you do it in a balanced way and you do it right, It's really going to help balance and strengthen your body so that you can really release, relieve, and prevent a lot of the pain and discomfort that most of us women suffer during pregnancy. Okay, and now I'm going to start showing you exercises that are going to help really mobilize your pelvic area, strengthen your glutes, which is really important. Get some movement in there. And I'm also going to show you some stretches that are really, really good. And then I'm going to show you that one thing that is a game changer for pregnancy when you have hip pain, back pain, any kind of pain in your body. So the first exercise is an anterior pelvic tilt. So I'm going to lift my arm here, but you will keep yours here, okay, so that you can see. And basically what you want to do is rock your pelvis forward and back. Remember, we're wanting mobility in the pelvis. So you are going to keep your arms here on your sides. Keep your feet separated from your glutes, okay? And you are going to kind of arch your back so that there's a little arch. And then you are going to rock the pelvis up, almost like you want to pull your pubic bone up. Hold it a second, and you're going to rock back. And you're going to hold each position for 1 second. These are anterior pelvic tilts. Okay, and you can do about 10 to 20 of these. And you will see that as you move and as you rock, and you get some mobility here in your pelvis and your back, you will start to feel better. The next exercise is a side pelvic tilt. So again, I'm going to move my arms so you can see. You're going to imagine you want to bring your hip to your armpit. So you are going to pull your hip towards your armpit and bring it back to center. Pull it back and back to center. And you're going to do about 10 on each side. Then you'll do the other side. Good. And pull it back. Perfect. Just like that. Pull towards your armpit and down. Remember, your arms are always down and your head should be always facing up. It's important that you are in a neutral position. The next exercise is diaphragm breathing. Now this exercise is going to help fire your transverse abdominis and the strengthening and the movement in your diaphragm is really going to also help relieve some pain. So basically with this, what you are going to do, and it's okay that you have a belly, you are going to inhale and allow your belly to come up. You will see that mine will lift. I'll put my hand here so you can see. You're going to inhale. See how your belly comes up? Yours will come up more because your baby's there. And then you will exhale and draw it in. So imagine you're pulling your belly towards your back. Again, you're going to inhale. Let your belly expand and pull your belly all the way. It's going to feel and look weird because your belly's going to totally flatten a lot, but that's okay. Again, inhale and exhale. Good. You can do 10 to 20 of those as well. This next exercise is going to help strengthen your glutes and move the joints around the lower back. So this is called a bridge, and you are going to be in the same exact position. So I'll get back to that position. You're going to keep your feet shoulder width apart, flat, keep your hands down, and you're going to inhale, and you're going to exhale, and you're going to push up through your heels, and you're going to lift up. You don't want to arch. You just want to lift up so that you extend your hip, and you're going to inhale back down. Try and keep your back flat here, no arch. So engage your core when you're here. Inhale and exhale, push through the heels. Lift your booty up off the floor. Hold it and relax. Inhale Make sure that back is flat and exhale. Lift, push down through the heel, lift that booty without arching and come back down. And again, you can do 10 to 20 of those. These next two exercises are in a quadruped position. So I'm going to get in that position to show you. And we're basically going to do the same two exercises that we did on the floor, the anterior pelvic tilts and the side pelvic tilts, but now in a quadruped position. Again, trying to get that hip mobility and working through the core. So you are going to get in a quadruped position just like this, okay? And we are going to inhale, and you kind of let your belly drop and let it all hang down. You're gonna feel some relief and tension from here when your belly kind of drops. And then you are going to exhale and draw your belly in. You're going to inhale, let the belly drop, as you can see that drops, and then exhale, pull it in. See, I don't move my back too much. You're going to do about 5 to 7 of those, and then you can do another 5 to 7. Now we're going to come into a cat position. So inhale, and now when you exhale, you're going to come up and kind of arch a little bit, and kind of helps relieve that stress there. And inhale, and drop, and then exhale all the way into that cat pose, and release it. And you're just going to hold each one of those for about a second. And again, 5 to 7, and then 5 to 7 with the cat pose. Okay, and now we are going to do the same thing in a quadruped position, but side tilt. So get into that same quadruped position, hands right underneath your shoulders, feet shoulder width apart, and we are going to pull your hip towards your armpit and relax. Make sure your head is always neutral, so looking down. And again, you're going to pull the hip towards your armpit and relax. See, nothing else moves but my hip. Good, and we're going to do it to the other side as well. Good. Awesome. You could do about 5 to 10 on each side of those. Okay, on to the stretches. This one I absolutely love. A lot of times, lower back pain happens because our glutes are tight. And that happens because, like I said before, our center of gravity is shifting, muscles are tightening, weakening, our posture is changing, and so the glutes tend to really tighten. And when those tighten, we get a lot of lower back pain. So this exercise is really great to stretch the glutes. So what you're gonna do, I have this band. You can use a rope, a band. This one's actually broken, which actually works even better. So you're gonna lie down, you're gonna put the rope or band around your foot like this, and then you are going to push your leg out a little bit. You are going to cross your leg over, and then you're going to take this. I like to wrap it as much as I can, and you're going to pull towards you. And what you want to do is you want to push this knee that way, down and away from your shoulder. So you're straightened, and then you pull towards you as much as you can. Pull that knee away from you. You're going to really feel the stretch, and you relax. You only hold the stretch for a few seconds. Pull it back in. Push that knee down, and relax. And you're going to do that about 5 times on each side. I'll do it one more time. Make sure you get out of the position each time. Pull it in, and pull that knee away from you, and relax. All right, and the moment you have been waiting for, the one thing that is going to release so much tension and so much pressure and so much tightness from your body so that you can release and remove that back pain so that you can sleep better, walk around better, and just enjoy your pregnancy more. And that is myofascial release. It's basically like a massage. And so there are a few things that you can use for myofascial release. And most of what we're going to do with this myofascial release is remove tension from your glutes. Most of the time, I find that 80% of the time that people, anyone, suffer from back pain, especially lower back pain, it's because of tightness in the glute, especially the side higher glute area. So there are a few things, 3 different options that I'm going to discuss. The first one is a foam roller. This is a short one, and this works totally fine. They have longer ones, and they are very inexpensive. They're like anywhere from $10 to $20. You can get these on Amazon, Walmart, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. They have them everywhere. These are great. I'm going to show you how to use that. The next thing is a ball. So if you don't have that and you want to start this tonight or today or right now after this video, all you need is a baseball or a softball or a tennis ball or even a golf ball. And with this, we're going to be able to get into the glute and release a lot of trigger points and tightness areas that are going to, you're going to get up after it and it's going to feel so much better. And then lastly, we are going to use the massage gun. This is probably not probably, it is the most expensive option, but I do find that so many people these days have it. And you can also find these on Amazon or just Google them, massage guns. This one is the Hypervolt. I hope to have one in the MMF shop very soon because I believe in this so much. I use it myself. Like I said, I carry a lot of my stress in this area and I use this all the time, like this, all the time. But this is going to release a ton also in the glute area. You could use this in the upper back as well. You may need a partner to help you do this, a spouse, a child, a sister, a mother, a brother, a friend, but you can definitely do it yourself. I, many a times, have done this on my own. So anyways, here you go. I'm going to show you how to use these 3 options. Okay, so with your foam roller, if you have one, okay, these are very, very inexpensive and they are a game changer. You are going to put it on the floor. You don't even need a mat. You are going to hop on it, put your body weight on your arm, and then you are going to roll basically your entire glute. Because remember, a lot of tightness happens around here, and that causes the pain. So we're going to roll over to the side first, and you're just going to roll. And you're going to find that there are places where you have a little trigger point where it hurts even more. And if you find that point, you're going to hold it, and you're going to press your body weight more into it, and then you keep rolling. And you're basically just finding where all the knots and the tightness is, and you're going to keep rolling, and you could shift your body weight. Like now I have less weight on it, and you're going to do the whole side. You're going to go up towards your back as much as you can, and as low as possible, also shifting that weight and really pushing your body into it. Then you can go more towards the center and push down and roll. Find that trigger point, push your body weight into it more by releasing some from your upper body, and then roll again. And you do that on both sides. If you don't have a foam roller and don't want to invest in it, but you have a softball, a baseball, a tennis ball, even a golf ball, those will also be amazing. I can't tell you how many times during my pregnancy I was up in the middle of the night on the floor with a baseball. So we're basically going to do the same exact thing. We're going to find a trigger point around our glutes and we're going to dig into it, try to release it, and releasing it is going to release so much pressure and tension from your back. So again, we are going to put the ball somewhere around your glute. Now be careful because if you put too much weight on it, it's going to kill. So I, little by little, start putting more weight on it. This is too much. So I'm lifting up a little bit and I'm rolling all around the glute muscle and finding those trigger points and pulling, pushing in, and you could go all around the whole glute. just like that. The side towards the back, nice and high. You'll feel a lot of relief there. Now, I will tell you, it hurts. It hurts like a mother while you're doing the ball, the foam roller. They hurt, but it's because you have a lot of tension and tightness in that muscle. But if you can get through the pain and little by little, give yourself a little bit more body weight to push into the muscle and release that tension, I promise you the relief that you will feel in your back and in your hips is huge. And the last thing that is really, really helpful for releasing tension and relieving so much pain is the massage gun. Now, they are a little bit more expensive. They run anywhere between $100 and $400. But if you have one or want to invest in one, this is something you will literally use the rest of your life, and it's so helpful. If you suffer, I suffer from a lot of tension in my neck, which gives me headache, and my traps and my shoulders, and I use this all the time. But this is such a game changer if you're pregnant and you are suffering with a lot of back pain, because this on your glutes and your hips is going to release so much tension. So basically what you do is you turn it on. And again, we're going to go in the same areas because most of the time, 80% of the time, the pain in your back is coming from somewhere else. And normally it's coming from your glute area. So you turn it on and you see it kind of just vibrates. And you are going to find your glutes. And you can do this to yourself. I did it many a night in the middle of the night on my own. But you can also ask your spouse or your kid or your mom to do it for you. They may be able to find the spots that are tight a little bit better. But you will just put the gun all through your glute and move it up and down all through your entire glute area, especially towards the top part, the side part of your glute. And again, when you find a spot that hurts a little bit extra, you're going to dig into it a little bit more and stay right there, and maybe even massage it. If you see I'm moving my arm around, you're going to massage it through that one section, push into it, and then continue and try to find another trigger point, because that's tightness. Ooh, like right there's one. I dig into it, and then I kind of move the gun around in different areas right around that area to try to really release that, and you will start to feel how you feel so much relief. These guns are definitely an investment, but they are so worth it. You could do this around your hip area, all along your leg, just releasing the tension from some of these muscles that are tightening from the posture changes and the hormonal changes are really gonna release and relax your muscles, and that in turn is going to relieve so much achiness and so much pain. What do you think? Do you think that you can take a little bit of time every day or every few days to do some of these exercises and stretches? It will take you probably 5 minutes to do, like 2 minutes to do some of the stretches, and not more than that to do some of the exercises. You can even do them several times a day, like 1 or 2 times a day. If you are really suffering and you feel that when you're doing the exercises and stretches, you feel a lot of release and comfort from doing it, you could do it 1 or 2 times a day, in the morning and at night, and let me know how you feel. And listen, if you felt like these tips were great and you feel like this is really going to help you and you are enjoying this content, would you just give this video a thumbs up? Because that would really help other moms just like you be able to find this video. When you like it and comment and subscribe to the channel, it tells YouTube that you think this is valuable content, and it will show it to possibly other moms just like you who may really need it. So if you do that, thank you so much. Give it a thumbs up. Talk to me in the comments. Ask me any questions you may have. And also make sure to subscribe. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you can do these exercises and that you will feel relief and that you will be able to enjoy your pregnancy. I just want you to enjoy your pregnancy, feel good, not feel so much discomfort, not feel so achy all the time, to feel happy and just be able to enjoy the gift that is pregnancy. So thank you so much for watching. And listen, if you're a little intrigued about the whole weight training thing, I know that you probably have a ton of questions around it. Like, is it really safe? How many times a week should I do it? What should I do it? How many reps? How much rest? What exercises? In what order? Like, all things weight training. So if you are wondering about any of those things, click on the next video right here, and I am going to talk about all the most commonly asked questions about weight training for pregnancy. And I think that after you watch it, you are going to be so motivated to start doing some weight training. Or if you're already doing it, to do it better, more effective, and be consistent so that you can see all the amazing benefits that you get from weight training for pregnancy. I'll talk to you soon.